Happy Valentine's Day. I know we often say that this holiday is really meant for significant others, so your spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever that means for you. But I think it's a really great time to talk about the importance of connections in the workplace. And the connections are obviously there's just so many you can have. But if you're a leader, you should have that connection to your employees. And what does that mean? It means knowing that knowing who they are as people, knowing what they have going on in their lives, sometimes celebrating the awesome things that are going on in their lives, and sometimes just knowing that something not so great is going on. Now, this varies for people. Some people are comfortable knowing the why something is going, what's happening, and how they should show up. But other times, people don't want to share, and that's okay. But they should feel comfortable at least sharing, saying, hey, something is really not good in my life right now, and I'm struggling at work. So, can I get this support? The only way to get that is that you have a connection going long term. So you can't just expect to say, please come and tell me when something's going wrong or when you need my support, and then never talk to people. That doesn't work. It just really doesn't work. It has to be consistent over time where you're having conversations, know each other so that they establish that trust. And I think we are losing that in our society. I know through COVID, we all struggled. I don't know one ever wants to hear about that anymore, but I think we all struggled being locked away, missing those connections. And now I was speaking to some friends on Monday night, and we were talking about how some people have isolated during that time and are having difficulty still a couple years later coming back out and getting more comfortable. And so I can only assume if that's a personal issue right now, then that's going to be happening in teams. So as leaders, make sure you're going out and you're making those connections with people. It's so important to have that connection with your team to build that trust so that they're comfortable coming and letting you know, hey, this happened, let's celebrate. Or, hey, this happened, I need some support. Even if they don't want to tell you what this is, they at least should feel comfortable coming and saying, I need some support right now. Can I get that? Now, having known them and made that connection with them, you'll know how much support to give, whether there's someone who really struggles to move through something, or whether there's someone who will tell you only after it's gotten terrible. So everyone's different, right? So they'll come to you, some will come to you right away and say, this is happening, and let you know. And even though they don't need the support yet, they're making you aware. Others will wait till everything has gone terrible, and then they'll come and tell you. And you get to know them through time. And when that person comes that tells you at the last minute, you know that you need to jump right away and say to the team, all right, we're going to rally and we're going to help that person now, because we know that they didn't tell us until the last minute. But you can't do that until you really know someone. So think about that. How are you connecting with your teams as leaders as well? Depending on what level of management, you not only have the team that reports to you, but you also have the team that works alongside you. So maybe if you're in human resources, just because I was, there's a marketing department, there's a production department, there's all of those different departments. They all have managers. So you have another team that you need to be connecting with. So make sure that you're making those connections. It makes everything so much easier. Happy Valentine's Day and have a great week.